When Metroid debuted on the NES in 1987, it made a significant impact. Its innovative features, like multiple endings and an eerie solidarity setting, made it stand out during that era even if it shows its age today. More importantly, it introduced Samus, one of the earliest and most iconic female protagonists in video game history. Over the years, the Metroid series has continued expanding, but as of today, which are the best entries that stand out the most? And that's where we come in, as we'll be taking a look at the top 10 best Metroid games, courtesy of Metacritic. But of course, just before we do go into the video, if you do like this type of content and would like to see some more top 10s, then as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course, like this video. And with all that said, let's just get straight into it. These are the top 10 best Metroid games according to Metacritic. Number 10, Metroid Prime Pinball. Nintendo franchises often explore unexpected genres, and Metroid is no exception. Turning Metroid into a pinball game might seem a bit strange, but since Samus already morphs into a ball, it's a surprisingly fitting concept. This Nintendo DS spin-off didn't have a wide variety of tables or game modes, but it looked impressive for its time and added some innovative mechanics to the pinball genre. Number 9, Metroid Samus Returns. Following a long period of silence, a lot of fans were eager for a return, and they finally got it in 2017 with this re-imaging of Metroid 2. Developed by Mercury Steam, Samus Returns breathed new life into the franchise. This 2.5D action game reintroduced classic side-scrolling gameplay, blending modern design with 3D visuals. New mechanics like counterattack and free aiming added fresh combat depth, and overall, it stood out on the 3DS both visually and gameplay-wise, even if the frequent drawn-out Metroid battles were sometimes frustrating. Number 8, Metroid Prime Hunters. Released in 2006 on the Nintendo DS, Hunters leaned more heavily into fast-paced first-person shooter action than the core Prime trilogy, which typically emphasized exploration. Players were introduced into rival bounty hunters, each with unique abilities. In single-player, Samus explores the Olympic system for a mystery power, while multiplayer allows for competitive matches using different characters. Technically ambitious for its time, it now feels a little bit dated due to the limitations of the DS hardware. Number 7, Metroid Dread. After 2 decades, Metroid Fusion finally got a sequel in Metroid Dread, released on the Switch in 2021. It marks Samus' 5th major 2D outing, and delivered everything fans hoped for after a long wait. The game successfully blends classic atmosphere and gameplay with new thrills, like some of the tense chases. The planet is both familiar and surprising, with some of the best designed environments in the series. It's a game that invites repeat playthroughs, especially with challenging modes like Dread Mode. Number 6, Metroid Zero Mission. On the Game Boy Advance, Zero Mission offered a modern remake of the original Metroid. With revamped mechanics and new content, it brought fresh life to the 1987 classic. The title set the standards for the 2D Metroidvania design, exploration-based gameplay, enhanced by power-ups and map progression. It also included a stealth-focused epilogue, where players controlled Samus without her power suit, adding a unique twist. Number 5, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Though it's often seen as the weakest of the Prime trilogy, Corruption is still an outstanding title, boasting a Metascore of 90. It wrapped up the trilogy on the Wii, bringing the story of Dark Samus and the Space Pirates to a satisfying climax. The game faced several delays, but it was well received with its motion controls and cinematic approach. Despite being less acclaimed than its predecessors, Corruption delivered a memorable experience. Number 4, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Echoes had the difficult task of following the groundbreaking first Prime game, but it succeeded with style. It built on the original strengths while introducing new challenges. The game featured a dual world mechanic, requiring Samus to navigate both light and dark versions of the planet's aether. It also introduced basic multiplayer mode, limited in scope, but an interesting addition nonetheless. Number 3, Metroid Fusion. Arriving on the Game Boy Advance in 2002, Fusion followed in Metroid's footsteps, where it featured a suspenseful story centered around a parasite outbreak on a research station, even affecting Samus herself. The station gradually opened up as Samus regains abilities, and the game includes a compelling narrative involving a rogue AI. For its time, it was an ambitious project on a handheld system that remains a fan favorite. Number 2, Metroid Prime Remastered. In 2023, Metroid Prime Remastered made a surprise appearance on the Switch, offering a visually enhanced version of the 2002 classic. It brought updated controls, sharper visuals, and broader accessibility. Although the remaster didn't quite surpass the original on Metacritic, its improvements make it the best way to experience Prime today. It reintroduces one of Nintendo's best games to a new generation of players. Number 1. Metroid Prime. Unsurprisingly, the top spot goes to the original Metroid Prime release in 2002. It redefined the franchise by transitioning to a first-person perspective, something that could have been disastrous, but ended up being revolutionary. The immersive visuals, haunting soundtrack, and atmospheric worlds made it one of the best titles on the Nintendo GameCube. From scanning lore entries to seeing Samus' reflection in her visor, the game captured everything that made Metroid special. Even decades later, it remains a high point in video game design. And so there you pretty much have it. Those were the top 10 best Metroid games to have been released according to Metacritic. So what did you think of this top 10 list? Do you agree? Or perhaps that you think there were some games not on this list that should have been included? If so, do let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. We would love to hear it. And of course, not forgetting that if you do like this type of content and you want to see some more top 10s, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course, like this video. I'll also leave some more top 10s at the end of this video if you would like to check them out. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.